won that show. And I remember grown-ups talking about how important this show was to their children, to people like me. And how that there wasn't anything like that. And I just didn't understand, like, why wasn't there more shows like this? And then the other thing that really affected me was this show called Taxi. So again, I got to watch a lot of shows that at my age I shouldn't have been watching, like soap operas. I also watched this show called Taxi. I was way too young to be watching that show. A lot of things went right over my head. But something significant happened with this guy named Christopher Lloyd, who's now a very popular director. He's made tons of, executive produced tons of TV shows that a lot of us have watched and that are still made right now, you know, still popular right now. So Christopher Lloyd played a drug addict taxi driver. And that went right past me. I just thought he was like not very smart. But it turned out he was like he had done so many drugs, his brain was fried. So a lot of times when they're having a conversation with him, you know, I just thought he was dumb. But you know, it turned out like, you know, he was like brain damaged. Amazing that there was a very popular TV show on for a lot of years with this kind of character on there. Anyway, he also believed that he was a psychic. And he went into, one of his fares was to go into a TV network. And he walked into someone's office and they had like a board like this. And back in the day in TV, they'd have like these slides. And the schedule, the grid, would be just these sliding names, right? So he walked into this executive's office and he saw this and he felt, you know, intuitively that this was the wrong schedule. And he went over and mixed it all around, like rechanged their whole program lineup for the whole week, right? He just redid it. And then the girl, the secretary, came in and she sits there and she writes down the whole schedule. And the laugh track is going off because you realize he just messed up this guy's, you know, this young executive's, you know, lineup that he had just worked. You had just seen in the scene before that he had just like agonized and worked on this. He walks out. Jim somehow gets to go into this guy's office, messes it all up. The secretary comes in, writes it all down. And my family's laughing, and all I'm thinking of, this is a job? Someone can do this? Like, this is amazing that you can pick what will go on TV. Like, I just thought that was absolutely fascinating. And I want to do that. That's what I want to do.
I appreciate how you were confident and how you spoke to the audience, because not too many people can do that. And also, I appreciate you by putting us people of color on the map.
I think the most important thing about Susie Hernandez's talk was when she talked about her college organizing to create the film studies major at her college. I was also inspired by her commitment to her career and how driven she was to move to Arizona for 4 years. You have to take risks in order to get what you want.
At the school that I went to, Sonoma State, which is just up there, at that time they didn't have a film studies program, so the students actually lobbied to get this in practice. And because we were the first year to do it, you actually could design your own film studies. And when I went into college, I was disappointed that the school I had picked didn't have a film studies program. So when we were allowed to pick, I picked documentaries as the area of focus I wanted to go into. But not just documentaries, I wanted to do how people of color are perceived in documentaries. And while I was in college, because of this program that I designed for myself and all the students, like, so imagine everyone in here had their own film minor and they made up their own program. Like, it was really cool, it was really fun to do. But we would curate what professors would come. And because me and a couple other kids had these things that were somewhat historical and somewhat anthropological, they had anthropology professors come in, and we would ask them to show us significant films that they felt affected how they perceived society.
Honestly, the hatred she experienced in Arizona. I was under the impression that Arizona was a more progressive state than that, but apparently I was wrong.
In Arizona, she was met with some obstacles, some of which were racism and sexism, but she met them head on, and she persevered. And after 4 years of paying her dues, she finally got a phone call from the man that she would one day replace.
I'm not surprised by the fact that Susie is an amazing speaker. Her experience and occupation is so interesting. The most memorable topic she covered is the fact that she's one of the few Latinas with access to such big decisions in TV networking. It's like amazing and eye-opening because the fact that it's so present and here in the heart of our beautiful San Francisco area